This video will be on the many missing episodes I originally did not have when watching Jon and Kate Plus 8. Specifically, these are the 4 episodes of the family in Hawaii where Jon and Kate renew their vows. I remember the vows episode so distinctly, so I'm excited to see it again after all these years. Hi, I'm Danny, and you can normally find me on this channel diving into TLC shows, Christian fundamentalism, and exposing family vloggers. If that sounds like something you're into, I'm excited to have you around. And of course, we cannot forget, it might be a crazy life, but it's their life.
It might be a crazy life,
but it's our life.
The first episode is called Hawaii, Here We Come. The episode opens with Kate explaining how they had always wanted to get married in Hawaii, but many of their friends and family were unable to or didn't want to go that far.
And every time we thought of our beautiful wedding, my thoughts always wandered to how it would have been in Hawaii.
In case you didn't know, Jon's grandparents and mother were born in Hawaii, and so this trip would also include him visiting family he hasn't seen in a while. But this clip aged horribly.
Which we're gonna tell you that means we're staying together forever. Forever. No matter what.
All right, I see why this episode is incredibly hard to find.
Because not all moms and dads stay together, and we've told them a million times, but it was nice to be able to show them that we'll always be together.
Knowing the divorce process begins in about a year from this point is so interesting and confusing. But let's rewind to 2 months before the wedding when Kate went to Kleinfeld's dress shop, iconically known for another TLC show called Say Yes to the Dress, to pick out her wedding dress.
I like it.
I like it, it's awesome.
Now, we fast forward to the day before they leave for California. They decided to take a trip to San Diego first, so they would only have to adjust to a 3-hour time change and then fly to Hawaii for another 3-hour time change. Jon and Kate share that the girls are now getting themselves dressed and are able to brush their own hair.
I like when Hannah combs her hair, because her little arm can't reach the whole length of her hair, so it like stops midway.
Yeah.
It's like...
At this point, everything is pretty much already packed, so Kate is spending the day giving all of the girls a pedicure. She already did the little girls, so now it's Maddie and Kara's turn.
And I don't get to do that very often, so they were really excited.
I got lots of bubbles on my feet. Look at my feet.
Honestly, this is so cute and fun. I do love that Kate is using the puke bowls for the water, but the joy disappears a bit when Maddie complains about Kate hurting her.
Jon, have you ever heard anyone whine and complain during a pedicure?
I mean, if it hurts, you know? They finish pedicures, eat dinner, shower, and go to bed. Jon then woke up at 5 a.m.
Alexis is always up first. Partner in crime.
It's me.
The rest of the kids get up, and then Jenny arrives because she's also going. There are still too many kids for Jon and Kate to do this solo.
It was awesome to have her. She's young, she's got the energy.
And then their bus to the airport arrived.
A bus! A bus! A bus! A bus! Jenny, a bus is packing up on our driveway.
And they were on their way to the airport.
That was the first hurdle that we crossed, was getting all the luggage and all the people and all the kids into the bus.
The next episode shows parts of their 5 days in San Diego and is called Legos and Safaris. But before they get to San Diego, they have to navigate the airport. Jon and Kate are on each other's nerves because Kate keeps begging Jon to lead the way, but Jon doesn't like how Kate is all up on his heels when he's in the front.
I'm gonna ask you again. Be in front, please. Please be in front. I don't want to lead our group. They're stinking annoying.
And by the time they get in the chair for the interview, they still don't agree on who was in the right here.
Just say it, Kate, you're right.
Nope.
Kate, you're right.
Nope. I'm not Mr. Ed. Don't stick a carrot up my hiney and make my lips move.
But they made it on the plane, and I got major nostalgia when they showed Kara's Leapster.
Kara and Maddie had their little electronic things.
I completely forgot I had one of those. The flight goes well, as it kind of always has for these kids. But Colin was annoyed with Jenny when they were getting off the plane, and he decided to run away from her. He then tripped and slammed his head into a panel.
And later, Jenny told me what happened, that he would not obey her and he would not come. And it just, sometimes God builds in punishments. That's what I told him. I mean, it is true.
Interesting take on God, and interesting thing to tell a 4-year-old. I think I'd go a little more with the actions have consequences approach. But yeah, I guess you can believe God builds in punishments. They arrive at the resort in San Diego, and Jenny's area is separate but connected from the rest of the family. Maddie and Kara sleep with her.
I'm thankful that I don't have to sleep with them. I can sleep in Jenny's room.
And the sextuplets all shared a room.
It had a king-size bed, all the boys slept in. A sofa bed that we didn't extend out, it was just a regular sofa. We put Alexis on there, of course. And then we had 2 rollaways in there for Hannah and Leah.
And then they went to the pool.
They definitely were not afraid of the water anymore.
It's moments like these that I can understand why so many of us were, and maybe still are, obsessed with watching this family. A few seasons back in North Carolina, we saw tantrums and deep fear from the kids when they were being taught how to swim. Now they're growing up and jumping right in. It's hard not to feel proud of them and proud of Jon and Kate for raising 8 healthy babies. They finish swimming, have some lunch, and then head to a pond to feed fish and sharks.
I wish I could be a fish. I wish I could be a shark.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Kate took 4 of the kids back to the room. Maddie was already there with Jenny because she was having a meltdown. And Jon took the remaining 3 kids on a paddle boat.
See you later. Enjoy.
Then Jon pedaled over to where Kate was with the kids. They have a little beachy area directly behind where they're staying.
So we took each of the kids 2 at a time out in the water.
What a great workout.
And now it's time for Legoland.
Usually I ride with the kids, but this time they didn't want to ride with their dad anymore, so.
Oh, you're not fun anymore.
Then they did a boat ride that actually required steering, and for whatever reason, they had faith in Maddie to accomplish this.
I just grabbed it and I stepped on my gas pedal and steered her all the way into port.
I am! And it's not working. No, I'm going back.
They ended the Legoland portion of the trip in the new, not yet opened, sea life section of the park.
They did an awesome job. Like in the water, there was Lego people.
Man, even submersibles, like robots, they build out of Lego.
Honestly, this aquarium seems so cool, especially with how friendly it is for kids.
That is so funny.
They also had a lot of curved pieces, tunnels, and it's a very different aquarium.
And of course, these kids did not see clownfish, they saw Nemos. And Kate was super into the seahorses. The family then says goodbye to Legoland and heads to the San Diego Zoo for a tour.
Oh, there's Dusty.
She was excited to see Dusty.
Dusty's a leopard, Kate.
Dusty's a leopard.
And then they did a more hands-on experience where the kids got to touch the animals.
Good, Hannah. One at a time.
Nice job. You guys are doing great. What's that? He's staring at me. He's staring at you.
And then Alexis cannot be tamed when the alligator comes out.
She was so excited over that darn alligator. And she, of course, my alligator? I mean, she came alive when that alligator came out.
And that concludes their trip to San Diego.
Where are we going?
Where are we going with the airplane? To Hawaii.
And that's exactly where the next episode, Leis and Luaus, picks up.
We landed in Maui.
I just knew already I was going to love Hawaii.
And Kate may have just experienced culture for the very first time in her life.
They did like a leg reading or whatever with hula people with real leaf skirts, like the banana, are they banana leaves?
Yeah.
Skirts.
And they make it to the hotel.
Then out back and all the palm trees and their grounds and the pools and the beach was right there, and it's amazing.
If you're wondering how they could afford this trip, the hotel they're staying at sponsored them.
It was so awesome how they really went out of their way. They were really happy to have us there.
And of course, they went straight for the pool. Jenny and Kate took the sextuplets. This is where Kate notices that Leah is able to swim with her face in the water without floaties.
See, you stand up when you're done. Soon you're not going to need
This was a big moment for Kate because she missed the moments where Maddie and Kara learned to swim. She was a bit preoccupied with 6 babies. And while the sextuplets all swim, Jon took the twins down the water slides and through the lazy river. The next day, he took them snorkeling, and Maddie quit the moment she swallowed seawater. I grew up in Chicago and did not know for an embarrassing amount of time that the ocean had salt in it. So I am pretty confident I acted the same way when I first tasted it. This created a special moment for Jon and Kara, though. And they ended at the pool elevator.
And it pushes you up to the top level to the other water slides.
And the fun continues when all of the kids get to make some cookies.
What's your name?
Norma, what's your name?
Colin.
Hi, Colin.
We'll fix it then, okay?
What's your name?
Norma, what's your name?
I'm Aiden.
Nice to meet you.
One thing that is a bit sad about Kate's new approach with Maddie's outbursts is that she makes her stay back and not be with the family. While I can understand Kate wanting to make sure Maddie doesn't ruin the fun for her siblings, this can also lead to so many more issues down the road. For example, Maddie may believe it is inherently bad to have big feelings and she should suppress them, always. Or that her big feelings are an inconvenience to everyone and she might internalize that to think she is bad. I've mentioned this plenty, and my comment section will let you know that I don't deserve opinions because of this, but I am not a parent, and therefore I'm not sure of the perfect solution. I just know ostracizing her probably isn't the best idea. Kids having outbursts is usually them communicating some need that isn't being met, and I would be amazed to see a kid effectively communicate that. If Maddie's need is attention, obviously this new approach of leaving her behind will never meet her need. It's hard to be a parent, and it's hard to be a kid.
Kara got to stand up at the big table and do her thing, and the little kids were really happy to decorate their cookies.
Kara also had a moment where she was annoyed that all of the kids wanted the cookies she made and not the ones Jon, which was supposed to be Maddie, made.
No one wants Daddy.
What, are you gonna eat them all yourself?
No, but everyone wants a carrot cookie.
Then they go to a restaurant named after a fish.
I call it huma huma chunka hunka hunka punka chunka.
Huma huma nuka nuka. Napua.
Obviously, many of us, I think, know this word from the deleted scene from High School Musical 2. And now it's time to eat.
I'll actually take them and cut them up.
The food was excellent.
It was good.
It was really good.
The next morning, Kate took all of the girls to learn how to make leis and to hula.
And then do you pull it down?
Yep. Then you're gonna put down. Yeah.
Meanwhile, the boys went on a long walk.
They were picking up coconuts. Oh, you all got coconuts, right? We found chameleons.
Then Joel found a palm frond and was pretending it was his own boom mic.
And my mic is blowing.
And Maddie and Alexis tried to hula dance.
There's those arms. Tap. 1, 2. Good. Good, Lexi.
Then Jon took the boys to the beach. I just love seeing how much Maddie adored dancing.
Yay. Good job. Good job, Maddie.
And they end their night at a luau. We also learned Jon and Kate seem to be fans of purity culture.
She's naked. I'm like, she's not naked. I can see her belly button. She's naked. And I'm like,
You keep thinking that, Alexis. That's perfect.
that's fine.
And this episode ends with their trip on a sailboat.
Kate's already blah, blah, blah. So maybe just throw her overboard in a little boat, drag her behind.
But once they get there, Kate conquers her fears and is overjoyed that she did.
And I went out and I just had to scream at those turtles. They were swimming right below me.
And from that moment, Kate could not stop raving about this part of the trip.
It was the best thing ever. It rates so way up there on the trip, I can't even tell you.
And now, for the last episode of this video, the one where they actually renew their vows, titled Better or Worse.
I love you, and we're gonna spend the rest of our lives together. Everything will be okay.
Hi, honey. It's not long now. I love you, and I can't wait to be Mrs. Gosling. Turn it off. I'm gonna cry.
And now it's time to pick a cake look and flavor for the wedding.
3, we're gonna have our tier, Kara and Maddie's tier, and little kids tier, because then it's all of us.
While they do that, Jenny is with the kids and makes a major error. She didn't realize there weren't enough cheese sticks for everyone to have one. So Alexis is pissed she has to share it.
There's 4.
Well, but there's. Okay, now you don't get any.
Some get a whole bunch, some don't.
Then they all get together for the rehearsal, and Maddie seems to have changed her mind about wanting to be Kate's maid of honor.
That was a question. You're my maid of honor.
Wants to. I don't want to.
And the show decided to edit this same interview clip in from the Hawaii Here We Come episode.
It was nice to be able to show them that we'll always be together.
Now it's the wedding day, and all of the girls went to get pedicures together. Seeing their little legs reaching across the chair is so adorable.
This is the little girl's first pedicure ever, and only Kara and Maddie's second.
And while they do that, Jon meets with his family.
My goodness, you look more handsome than the episode.
Oh, thank you.
What I do find interesting is that in the last episode, Jon and Kate mentioned how their girls cannot show their belly buttons in public as that is considered being naked. But in this episode, we see all 3 boys in just their underwear. I will not be showing that, but let's acknowledge that this episode's premiere was a huge deal, so it likely got more views than an average episode. Very odd that Jon and Kate would be okay with that, but TLC is at fault here too. But Jon gets them dressed, and he did a great job finding Hawaiian shirts for them.
The boys looked handsome.
I
They
was
always
thrilled.
look handsome.
I knew they would. I was thrilled with Jon's choice, and I knew I could leave that in his hands because he would make them look great.
And the girls all got to have their hair professionally done. While they had fun, there was some crankiness too.
Match me? No, I never want to match you. Why you pick girls? 5 girls too. Because I want to. I know it's supposed to be.
We also learned that Kate is an eyes wide open kisser.
Honestly, I don't think I valued it enough.
And just before the wedding, Kate says it again.
You weren't there for our first wedding. We're getting married again to show you that we're going to be together forever and ever.
And ever.
And now it's time to renew their vows.
I almost cried, but I didn't.
You should have.
No.
It would have been so good.
And they were far too hopeful to think the kids could stand with them during the ceremony.
Excuse us for a moment. Go sit down. Sit.
And now, the vows.
I promise to ask, how may I help you, honey? In times of stress?
Great callback, Jon.
In these next 90 years,
90.
I promise to continue to love you and only you as my husband.
And we see a little more of their true relationship in the interview.
I don't think he was paying attention.
No, I probably wasn't.
Honey, that's pathetic.
Well, I was listening. All I remember is 90 years. I'm like, wow, that's a long time.
And we hear it again.
Basically, my whole goal to let them know that we definitely have hard times as a family, as any family does, but we're determined to stay together and always be together.
And the ceremony ends with the kids giving Jon and Kate leis.
Yeah, okay.
Girls and ours.
Okay.
The girls and me were supposed to give to Mom.
Okay, now you give that to mommy.
And Jon kisses his bride. They move to the reception, have dinner, and then do their first dance to What a Wonderful World. Obviously, they didn't show it due to copyright, but this was cute too. And then, cake.
Very yummy.
And that concluded their trip.
It was just so surreal. All of it. It's hard to pick our favorites.
Yeah, it's just perfect.
Well, I can officially cross off another 4 episodes. My next video of Jon and Kate will be focused on the final 8 episodes I missed in my first viewing of Jon and Kate Plus 8. That's about 4.5 hours of TV, so we'll see how fast I can get that video out. Then we can say goodbye to Jon and begin Kate Plus 8. For now, I hope you have an amazing week. Bye!